What is going on? I'm Zedmod. This is Season 10 of Warships. Slept through the start because ain't nobody got time for getting up at 1 o'clock in the morning. Sadly, the chests are still 4 out of 4 to start, so have lost at least one chest. Figured let's get into it, pick up some chests, get rocking and rolling. See what we can do to get all of this goodness done. Okay, first of all, got to claim all these chests. Would kind of like to see a claim all button, but beggars can't be choosers. I would really prefer if they set it up to start with 2 out of 4 chests to start instead. Realistically, this is not a one-day race, so setting it up 2 out of 4 would be better, in my opinion. If you disagree, I'll fight you, or you could just tell me your reasoning and I'll probably agree with you. Anyways, let's get going. Real life sneak peeks are good and all, but the dev build is just super boring and stagnant, and there's nothing on it, no one playing. So with this, hopefully I didn't steer you wrong in my sneak peek. We're gonna get going, and if you have any suggestions on how to better do the sneak peek, I mean, really, the dev build only offers so much. Can't really do much, so I do my best to give you guys an idea of what to do, but it just doesn't work out all the time. So now let's have a look at the tech tree. First of all, as you notice, the season is only 28 days long. On the dev build, it was 36. Don't know if that was a mistake or what, but there's my first mistake. Let's get going. Don't upgrade your gunboat. I've heard from a couple people that said, oh, I spent tokens on the gunboat. I'm an idiot. Now I can throw 64 flares. We don't care about flares. Let's upgrade that landing craft. Definitely need more troops. Let's unlock that troop health. We're going to max our riflemen. Yes, riflemen. Rifleman rush is where we're headed. I'm going to work on my offense to start with. And before we go any further, I'm going to give this a shot. I really do think this is going to be good enough. Probably the flares, I'm going to leave flares at level 1 for now. Really, if we lose a couple battles in the beginning, it's not going to be a big deal. I would rather have extra keys available, whether we're going to go down the bottom road or the top road. Let's just get into a battle, see how this works. Probably should put at least one building over here protecting this. We're going to lose this battle, but I just want to get a general idea of what the landscape is at tier 11. Attacking against random no-name player. Now, because they're split so wide, we probably should be splitting our troops here. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's go 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna leave no flares and see what we can do with these troops. I really do think that we're gonna be able to withstand all of these flamethrowers and things simply because troop health, max level troops. I think we can walk through all of this stuff without a heck of a lot of difficulty. Might be a little bit short of rifles on the right-hand side, but nonetheless, this should get us through. Get that engine room down. That left-hand engine room is going down very soon, and then we can flare this right-hand engine room right about now. Might as well throw a couple more flares. You can see that using extra level of flares, not all that important because we have all this GBE and absolutely nothing to spend it on. So all I need to do is keep the flares coming. We've got enough GBE for like 15 flares here. Let's just keep throwing flares for something to do. Riflemen sitting in the blind spot of that mortar. So we managed to get 2 engine rooms, which is critical because it means we can get our chests moving right along, and we lost. We didn't lose by much, only 12 seconds, but as you saw there, we definitely need some defenses. So this is the kind of base where, I mean, that person had fairly max level stuff, and we managed to take out their engine rooms. So that, to me, is perfect. I like it when you're guaranteed engine rooms because it means people can progress. I'm going to get some machine guns. Machine guns are going to be critical this season, I think, simply because we're going to be up against all sorts of riflemen. So machine guns and mines, not a bad idea. I'm also going to go up the top here. Probably should go with the machine gun. I'm going to leave that for a minute, though. We're going to come back. Now, as you can see, we have enough tech tree that we could get the heck out of this engine room business. Don't know if that's a good idea, but shocks are right there. So probably, maybe should move right along. I know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to get the heck out of here. I'm going to pick up 3 engine rooms right now. I've only done one battle at 2 engine rooms, but this whole area down here looks like it's going to be a bit messy. So I need shocks. Getting towards shocks, I think, is a great idea. Could be a total dum-dum. As you can see there, I'm about 7 keys short. Let me know in the comments if you think I should have stuck around down here. I am going to upgrade my flares, even after all that, because 6-second flares are just too darn short. We're going to go up to, what is that? We're at 11-second flares. That should be long enough. We're probably going to get massacred, but you know what? That is part of the fun involved in all of this. Let's get some machine guns down. We're going to drop another engine room here in a second. But first, we got to move some things around. Just burning through this, trying to get messy, trying to make mistakes, because that is going to be helpful in the long run. And I have a couple accounts, so I really do try to do different things on all my different accounts, because I find that making mistakes is the ideal way to get better. And I'm not pushing for the leaderboards. I'm just playing warships for the fun of it, for the lulls of it. And we're going to drop another engine room. I need to drop another engine room somewhere useful. Let's put it over here. And then we're just going to load up all of our mines in front of it. Not a super ideal way of doing things, but you know what? Let's just spread our mines out a little bit. Get people in here. I mean, level 8 mines aren't going to do a heck of a lot against max level troops, but that's a good start. Let's keep going, pushing forward. I do have instant training on this account, so this is going to be our first 3 engine room battle. Look at this. This is the perfect battle for us. This is absolutely critical that we get all of our troops in here. We're going to rush past all of their defenses, I hope, and we're going to get back into here. I'm going to rush past that machine gun as opposed to sitting right on top of it. And I think because that machine gun's got a blind spot, we should be able to get back in here without a heck of a lot of losses, I think. And then we can burn that engine room and then keep running on past it. And really, I think we got a chance of actually taking this guy or gal down. We're going to find out very, very soon. The fact they've got all their defenses up front, not super duper smart in my opinion, but that's just my opinion, man. Now we're going to flare the engine room. Now that we're past that flamethrower, rushing 3 engine rooms with thebaserace.com. That was faster than our last battle. So putting all your defenses up front, not super duper smart, because riflemen can burn right past you. Oh, look at that. We can actually see who we're battling after we're done. So look at that. They're using grenadiers, and you can see they're just missing like absolute crazy. So grenadiers just not predictable enough for a base race, I don't think, at this point. We managed to take our first victory of the day, all by ignoring every single defense that got in our way. And by moving to 3 engine rooms, we only need to get 3 battles to get a chest, which is critical, I think. Having to do 4 battles, just not as viable, I don't think. We're going to see, though. Maybe we're going to get wiped here on one of these battles, or so we'll find out very, very soon. Again, another base where we should just be able to burn through all of this stuff. I'm going to go like this, and I'm not going to use a flare at the very beginning. I want to get my troops to bunch up a little bit, and then we'll pop between those mortars. Not going to rush this base, just because they've got high-level machine guns fairly well placed along that back wall. And so I want to get my troops a little bit bunched up, and then we're going to get right between those mortars, possibly in the mortar's blind spots a little bit, and then we should be able to just pummel this base. So not really, kind of like a hybrid base race, if that makes any sense at all. And then hopefully we'll be able to burn past all of this stuff. Getting past those 2 max level machine guns, gonna be interesting. I'm curious to see if we can burn past those with all of our troops intact. We're definitely losing some. Whether we're gonna lose all of them or not, I don't know. This is where instant training definitely comes in handy. Instant training on warships, not necessarily a must-have, but very, very close. And remember how I said we're going to get 3 engine rooms? I was totally wrong. So Did a little bit of a gamble there, throwing all my troops forward, and it did not work out, as you saw there. Matt N with the big victory over us, sadly, but soon we're going to have shocks. We are one engine room away from shocks, and that is going to be a game changer. There's no way we can be stopped at that point. I mean, there's some way, but where are we going to go to? We're going to go to the right or to the left? I think we're going to start with the left, simply because that's going to be a better start, I think. I'm actually going to do a side drop. I know that is ridiculous in a race situation, but I want to get my riflemen somewhat bunched, simply because mortars can just crush them. We're going to flare right in the middle, and then I'm going to go right to the middle of the mortars. Those first couple riflemen are just so unluckily spread out that they're just going to get pummeled. But I think we can get all of this stuff down. Probably should be flaring engine rooms right now. Not super sold on this frontal assault, but as you can see, the back rifles still have full health, so we should be good. The fact that they're focusing on that sniper tower, not super duper exciting to me. We're losing troops left, right, and center. This is the learning process that goes with the very, very early seasons of warships. Early stages of warships. That's what I've been trying to say. So this was a complete and utter bust. For 2 engine rooms, riflemen, definitely the answer. Not super sure about this 3 engine room. So what I would do if I was you, and I haven't, there's a song there, right? I would not necessarily go to 3 engine rooms right away. I would wait until you have enough keys to get shocks, because shocks would just make all of this attack. You know what? Let's just retreat. Let's save this person some time. Shocks would have made this attack so much easier. We're going to have shocks in a second, and I'll hopefully be able to show you how much stronger things are with shocks. I assume I could very well be wrong again, but that side drop, nothing was good about that attack whatsoever. So 2 bad attacks in a row. Got a little bit lucky on that first one. Let's unlock the shocks, because we definitely need shocks. Not going to upgrade those quite yet. We're going to upgrade our defensive building damage, simply because we want to melt as many faces as we possibly can. Also going to upgrade those mines, because mines versus anyone who's rushing is going to be helpful. Let's drop some extra mines over in here. We're going to drop some mines between our engine rooms as well, simply because that's going to be a slight deterrent, maybe. I'm just going super lazy mode at this point. Want to get their health down by the time they get into this minefield. Hopefully making someone go to the left and then right and then come around. If they're going to have enough GBE or whatever to get past these mines, who knows? But maybe that'll make a difference. Let's keep progressing. Now you'll notice our timer has actually started, so I am at least 8 hours behind. So just to get that chest timer, that's goal number 1. Get your chest timer moving. That way you're no longer falling behind. And now we should just be able to rush past all of this junk. Should be able to take down this base very easily. I think we're just going to flare and shock, and shocks are going to be a game changer here. Look at this, just rushing past all of their defenses, most of their defenses I should say, and then just shocking and moving past. And look how low the health on those front dudes are, but the shocks getting us through absolutely everything. Burning that last engine room. Now we're going to keep to that back wall if possible, out of range of all of their defenses. This whole front load stuff, not great for the 3 engine room. I would highly recommend against it, because as you can see by this attack, anyone with flares and shocks can just run past all of your stuff without having to worry about anything at all. So 3 engine rooms, that front load stuff just not going to work. That just assumes you're going to go up against grenadiers, and as you can see here, we managed to take down 3 engine rooms very quickly before they'd even gotten 1. So boom, shaka laka, shocks making all the difference in the world. Huzzah! So they've got grenadiers just throwing. You know what? This is going to be close. We had 3 minutes 6 seconds. They're going to flare the engine room right now, and we might actually lose. Look at this. So person doing very good split boats, beating us by a second. So we're going to have to move that shore engine room back for obvious reasons. and we're going to move it right back to about here, force some grenadiers to come through some mines for obvious reasons. This is why watching replays fairly important. As you saw there, I did not have a ton of intelligence going on there with my base layout, so we're going to have to move some mines around, hoping to get someone to make some more mistakes, because that person, huzzah, with the smart maneuver. Here I thought we had the victory in the bag. They took a second and planned, whereas I just rushed right in, and splitting boats, super important. So the fact that I did not split boats and ran around the outside, a little bit of a disadvantage there. So thinking I was smart, not the case. It happens all the time, let me assure you. Anyways, let's keep going. 3 engine rooms, tier 11, getting our feet wet. Kind of limiting myself in the fact that I'm not going to be able to throw out that 2 engine room video. This is going to be 3 engine rooms as a starter. You got a glimpse of what 2 engine rooms is going to look like, but overall, sticking to pushing past engine rooms, I think that's more important. Just push past whatever engine room comes up as fast as you possibly can, and you're going to get the best results. I would put a disclaimer on that, in that waiting for shocks, probably a good idea, but overall, get pushing, move forwards as fast as you can, with a bit of a disclaimer, obviously. There are certain times where you want to hold back. It's like you should always move forward unless it's those weird working in infinites or definites or whatever the heck the word is, not necessarily a great idea. That's why those whole clickbait videos that say the most important node in warships, probably not. And that's why you'll find that I try my darndest never to have those kind of titles, because there's every single choice in warships depends on other choices, and that's kind of the great thing about it. So 3 engine rooms down again, moving that chest bar forward. That is the must-do portion for warships. Move your chest timer forward. This person's only dropped 2 boats for whatever reason. Maybe they're out of troops or something like that, but not how you win. Maybe they're just trying to farm engine rooms. This is a strange battle that's going to waste our time. Have they stream sniped us? In case you guys aren't aware, there's a thing in other games where stream sniping, someone knows you're streaming, they recognize your base, and they totally derail you. Okay, sorry, there's a sneeze there. Also, I got an email, so we're going to cut a little bit out. Stream sniping, not a concern of mine in warships whatsoever, but this is definitely and utterly boring. So with that, we're going to call the video to an end. Hopefully you got a little bit of insight into the early tech tree. I know I probably should have stuck around at a low level for a little bit longer, but 3 engine rooms for me means 1 fewer battle to get that chest, and that's more important to me. I also think that 2 engine room is going to be a mess. Like, there's just so much stuff down there with the mortars and the mines and machine guns and flamethrowers and other machine guns. It's going to turn into a complete and utter massacre at the 2 engine rooms, so I chose to get into here. There are so many choices in between 3 and 4 engine rooms that it's really appealing to me. Going back and getting brick is going to be crucial as well, because brick is going to be good all the way through the season, but also troop damage, also going to speed up that base race. So probably going to come back down. Oh, look at that. Did they retreat? They must have retreated. So coming in with the big victory. What are we sitting at? We're sitting at 2 battles below 500, but getting our chests is the important bit. So anyways, that is Warships Day 1 first impressions. Hopefully that helps you. Hopefully you guys are doing well. I've seen a couple people in the Triangle 9 task force with 14 win streaks, with 10 win streaks, all using rifles. So someone commented on my video saying they needed grenadiers. I don't think you really don't need them. I don't think, if you're using grenadiers and getting wins, I would love to hear about it. But overall, that is my first impression of warships. Hope this email, this video, this whatever you want to call it, finds you well and you're home happy and horny. No, that's not the H. Healthy, that's the one. As always, I'm Zedmont. Thanks for coming in. Peace.